These are bases by which we can identify with each other. And so, using our shared experiences and using our shared humanity as the starting point for trying to understand why we disagree, why we see things differently, why we vote for different people, is a healthy and a constructive way to authentically say, okay, maybe there's something I don't know about this other person. Maybe if we communicate in an open and non-judgmental way, we might learn something from each other that allows us to come together. We've been yelling past each other about, we simply have vilified each other because we don't agree on, right? And it's creating problems that are getting to the point where we are not going to be able to solve them. So she understood the privilege compared to her life in Panama of growing up in the United States. And even though she started off on public assistance, she did like every American dreams of doing. She worked her way up. We have this unique opportunity. Hopefully this resonates with you, to do amazing things that many people don't have the opportunity of doing because they don't live here. So it's incumbent on us to seize this opportunity. So dual purpose, serve my country, give back to the country that gave me everything, and get my college education paid for. Beautiful. Is this all life is? Yeah, maybe you had that moment, or maybe not. Maybe you're looking at me saying, you must be crazy. But I woke up one day in that big house, with all the toys and everything, and it meant nothing to me. How is that? And what that told me immediately is the person that was looking back at me in the mirror, I didn't know who that person was. If you get what you asked for, what you worked hard for, and it means nothing to you, it doesn't make you feel successful and happy and fulfilled, yeah, you got to find out. There's something untrue about that scenario. So I said, well, okay, let me start really simple, because I have a feeling that person staring at me in the mirror is a little bit more complicated. There is pressure in our bodies. And if it's not balanced from pressure out here, the pressure will expand until it finds equilibrium, which is why if we go into deep space, our bodies will balloon to over twice the size and kill us. And that tells me a part of being a human is that we exist as a part of something larger than ourselves. But we exist because our parents chose to exert some energy to have sex. Yeah, I said it. It's not a dirty word. They had sex. Okay. I believe that indicates the truth about that. The meaning of that is we are energy having a human experience, right? And that being human empowers us to direct that energy in order to co-create the reality we want. It is not true that independence is a virtue. It is not true that self-interest is a virtue. You cannot advance your self-interest at the expense of everything you need to survive. One of the joys of serving your purpose is that it is for the benefit of someone else. And what you get out of actually benefiting other people is the best thing this life has to offer. And it's called fulfillment. The ultimate experience is for you to fill your days doing the things that make you feel affirmed, that make you feel like, yes, this makes sense. Yes, I'm contributing. Yes, I'm making a difference. And you can see the results, right? The idea that he is an anti-vaxxer, the idea that he's anti-science, the idea that he's just a crazy person who drags a dead bear into Central Park, what he has done to illuminate the problems of nutrition in the United States that is producing an absolutely catastrophic crisis in our children is as laudable as it gets. But you wouldn't know that from reducing his life to these ridiculous memes that define who he is today? What is the basis by which we're going to come together and solve the major problems if we can't get past reducing people to the things we don't agree with, reducing people to the things we don't like, as if any of us are just our worst days?